Welcome to a Fables a Day, in which the Archivist reviews an issue of Fables a day up till the final issue, where he will undoubtedly cry like a baby. And there is no restraint on spoilers, so if that's a problem for you, well then go read the series and then come back. On with the show. Fables number 67. Haven, Chapter 7 of The Good Prince, in which a deadly battle is fought and a terrible killing occurs, but not necessarily in that order. The Emperor's army parleys with King Ambrose. While Hildebrand, the enemy general, is maintaining the tradition of pre-battle parley, Ambrose is playing it generally loose while still being as respectful as he can be. That is, until he asks for Trusty John to be split in two. They agree but don't understand until the ghost of Trusty John comes back and is given new imaginary flesh. King Ambrose shows that his army may be given imaginary flesh, they can still do harm to their all-too-mortal enemies. Even though Hildebrand has warlocks, none of their magics work within the bounds of Haven. Hildebrand knows it's a losing battle, so King Ambrose offers an alternative to mass slaughter or the execution in surrendering. A contest of champions. A one-on-one duel between King Ambrose himself and the best champion from Hildebrand's hordes. At dusk they'll meet for a personal combat. Those watching the Flycatcher Power Hour from New York City are obviously worried, with Blue mentioning that Fly said he'd borrowed the power of the witching cloak, whatever that means. Pre-battle, Ambrose is worried since he has never actually been in combat. With a pep talk from Lancelot and Trusty John at his side, they go to the chosen battleground. King Ambrose is to fight the deadliest of the horde, Grinder the Troll. 3 times the size of Flycatcher. With Excalibur in hand, Flycatcher attacks his foe fast and often with the flat side of his blade. Eventually, Ambrose wins, but offers Grinder amnesty instead of death. He agrees and goes to camp with them, but Hildebrand won't let such things stand and leaves to regroup. After the fight, Lancelot berates Ambrose that a sword should not be used that way, but King Ambrose does not want any unnecessary bloodshed. Trusty John interrupts their philosophical debate as Hildebrand's army is approaching Haven to attack. Instead of mustering his army to retaliate, Ambrose goes pretty dark and actually lets his ghost army be terrifying ghosts. This is the first major conflict Ambrose has to deal with personally. While the last issue set up Haven and what Ambrose wants it to be, this issue deals with upholding it. While this does deal with the pleasantries of a first conflict with the enemy, I think the biggest draw is that Ambrose isn't a battle-hardened king. He's an idealist who has enough power to back up what he knows is right, but in a one-on-one, he's still shaky, but knew that he had to do it. Quickly to the next issue while the story has reached a plateau.